As a result of the Pension Protection Act of 2006, companies can offer balanced mutual funds, as well as target and life cycle funds, among their QDIAs. That's Qualified Default Investment Alternatives. A qualified default investment alternative is used when an employee is enrolled in a 401k plan and for whatever reason does not make an investment selection on their own. Balanced funds create an assortment of investments that are intended to fit the group of employees as a whole, while target or life cycle funds contain specific mixtures of investments targeted to an investor's age or retirement date. These target funds or life cycle funds have become popular with many retirement plans as default investments and with many individual investors as well. Why the demand? Well, in part, these types of funds have been positioned as no-brainer investments for those individuals without the time, inclination, or knowledge to choose investments for themselves. What's also important to know about these default investments in 401k plans is that employers are not liable for employees' money lost while in a qualified default investment. However, the employer is responsible for doing the due diligence to select the investments, for monitoring the investment's performance, and for deciding whether to keep or let go of those investments. So does that mean you can comfortably rely on default investments for your entire retirement investment strategy? No. It will almost always be better for you to consider your individual circumstances, your comfort level with various investments, and then tailor your investment strategy to suit you, not some generic version of you. So how should you evaluate a target life cycle or other supposedly one-size-fits-all investment vehicle? Well, here are some questions you should ask. Question number 1, do you know how much money you'll need to retire comfortably? This is one of the questions you should start with based on your age and your vision of what you really want in your retirement. It's one thing to invest in a fund that promises consistent growth until your retirement date, but what if you need more growth? What if there are specific tax or spending issues that might interfere with putting the right amount of money into your retirement investments each year? A mutual fund can't ask you what your goals are, nor can it make sure that you're investing enough. It's important to ask the right questions and seek out the right answers. For most people, it will be helpful to seek guidance from a qualified investment professional. A properly trained financial planner can help you ask the right questions and help you custom tailor your investment strategy to suit your individual needs and goals. Question number 2, how did your employer select the funds it's offering? Obviously, employers want to make the right fund choices for their employees, but just because they're offering target funds doesn't mean they're offering the right target funds for you and your needs. Keep in mind that most fund choices offered to companies for use in 401k plans are heavily marketed, and it might not necessarily be the lowest cost or the most efficient investment choices available in the marketplace. One resource you can use to check is the Morningstar rating of any fund in your 401k investments. Morningstar is one of the leaders in supplying detailed information on investments that can be used to comparison shop for just the right investments that suit your needs. You can access Morningstar investment information online at www.morningstar.com. A great deal of information is available for free, and for a small fee, even more information is available. If you're consulting with a qualified investment professional to help on developing your investment strategy, then they will likely have access to the full, detailed professional version of the Morningstar data available. Question number 3, what if you leave your job and take your 401k with you? What happens to your target investment plan then? Well, you can certainly roll over those assets into another tax-advantaged retirement plan, but what will happen to your annual retirement savings strategy at that point? Ask the right questions and seek out the right answers. Then make adjustments as necessary to keep your retirement savings plan on track. Question number 4, what are you paying for in a target fund? Granted, the investment choices are being made for you in one of the prepackaged investments, but what are you paying for those choices? Often these funds are constructed based on a fund of funds structure that layers fee on top of fees already incurred by the individual funds. Always understand the fee structure of any fund you invest in. Excessive fees can cut into your net bottom line return. For your 401k retirement plan investments, don't just rely on the employer's default investments. Ask the right questions, do your own analysis, or seek help from a qualified investment professional to help you make smart decisions about your money. A trained financial expert, such as a certified financial planner, can help you tailor your investment strategy to meet your specific goals in retirement that aren't addressed by these one-size-fits-all plans. Join us again soon for another installment of the Financial Briefing.